Cips clip.
Tonight at 11.
Doom! It's a plan! And I'm angry! I'm not a slave! I've broken the conditioning! It doesn't work on me! I'm primitive, I'm real, I know the enemy, and if we can have this spirit of normal humanity spread, it's over for the globalist! Break the conditioning now! Excuse me.
This is not the InfoWars Nightly News, where the answer to 1984 is not $19.95 plus shipping and handling, but the answer is to try and understand the double-barrel bullcrap, the double-speak, and the Orwellian wonderland we now find ourselves in. So sit back and relax as I take you through a real alternative look at the news and so-called alternative media alike. Enjoy.
Cips clips.
Alrighty, YouTube's another one of Kip's Clips. I want to. It's hopefully coming through loud and clear. One for the money. Shit, should have done this preferably before going live. But welcome everybody to Not the InfoWars Nightly News. Sorry about this. One for the money. It's a wee bit low, but I will suffice, so hopefully everybody can hear me okay. Welcome to this week's Not the InfoWars Nightly News, the original alternative look at the so-called alternative media, sceptical about the skeptics, and watching the motherfucking Watchmen, because somebody's got to do it. So welcome one and all, hopefully yous are all well this week. So lots of things happening since touch base with things last week. Tommy Robinson's army's been on the march in many forms. His propaganda spin machine is out there, and the Tommy Robinson army and all its manifestations is on the march, whether it be the DFLA. When I was young, I always wanted to grow old and grow up and be the head of the DFLA. And look at it so I can remember it. It's that rememberable. But anyway, so we'll be having a look at Tommy Robinson. And as always with the format of the show, it is a journey through the so-called alternative media, seeing if there is maybe coordinated, agenda-driven messaging coming through from the so-called independent media, who all protest to be independent journalists, but funnily enough just talk about the same shite. But I'm sure that's just a coincidence. YouTube's kicking them all off of YouTube for being duplicates, and nobody can figure out why. That doesn't make any sense to them at all. But they will save you from the New World Order. You bet. So we'll be taking a journey through a lot of the other alternative media, and seeing the coordinated agenda-driven based messaging coming out from the independent journalists, the ones fighting the New World Order and the dominance of the mainstream media. So welcome one and all. If you do appreciate it, make sure you do thumbs it up, share it with your friends and your family and your foes. Please help the channel and the show grow. I rely on you guys and girls at home. The cross-promotion day of the YouTubes are gone. And remember, what I do here is digital busking as well. Everything's available and accessible free of charge. I hope to do such a good job that people at home will find value in what I do and consider using the Patreon and PayPal buttons down below. And a mega thanks to everybody that does. And they've done it before the show as well. Thank you, my man. So welcome one and all. I'll say hi everybody in the chat room, and then I will give a breakdown of what's on the show's agenda tonight. The talking points of the show. Screen within screen and shitty eyeballs. Never a good combination. Apple Charlotte in the evening. Oh man, honestly, you had me in stitches the other night with those pictures, man. Oh, I actually felt bad for the guy who pure destroyed him so much, but it was fucking hilarious. Anyway, in the evening, Charlotte, don't get in the wrong side of her, man. She'll Photoshop your fucking ass. Flow Destroyer, Helicopter Pad, Cheris, how you doing? Mr. Brown in out of town, Lady Sparkle, how you doing? Flow Destroyer, thanks for joining on a Friday night, my man, and having me on Sunday as well. That was good, fun. Blazing Stars, how you doing, my man? Thanks for all the help. The artist formerly known as Tony, the Dot, how you doing, my man? Nice to see you in. Oh my god, what the fuck? Helipad, Blazing, Flow, Charlotte, Cheris, and we all need the lazy Jesus, the Highlander. Rick is in as well. How you doing, Rick? AIF, how you doing? Danny Jones, I do believe we'll be showing one of Danny's clips today. A Melanie Shaw clip. I think I'll briefly touch base with it, share the link, and then move on. Make sure we don't want to end up slitting our wrists after all this, eh? It's meant to be more fun than punishment. Crazy policy, I know. Crazy policies, I know, but the balance is meant to ear towards shits and giggles rather than doom and gloom. But anyway, a hard thing to do, looking at this material, but hey ho, I will strive. So Danny Jones, how you doing, my man? Richie, how you doing, Richie? In the evening, there's the Kill the Beast, Blazing, Lazy, Flo, Richie, the Highlander, and thank you everybody for joining. If I've missed you out, you are definitely Illuminati. Oh man, don't embarrass him in public. Don't. If he was here, he would be out. He would be. Should he be firing back, Charlotte? But anyway, in the evening, one and all, thanks for joining. Let's move the camera a wee bit, and then look what's on the rundown. So a couple of wee bits and bobs. I decided to drop that, but hey ho. I think these are fucked up, but hey ho. Right, anyway, so I'm going to touch on internet research and what some deem to be, or what some claim to be internet research. And again, it's funny. Cult of Tommy. Oh my god, if you could see how many. I've had to make subfolders in this. There's so fucking much bullshit on this, dude. Right, so a few wee bits and bobs about him turning up in Glasgow and stuff. And then Tommy's Army on the march. The DFLA marching. Brian of London, the No Agenda dude, which also can't stop shining Tommy's balls. Rise of the right wing in Germany. This is happening around Europe. Attack of the Coconuts. This is a Red Pill Phil and Eddie is okay. And I think I've got the right understanding of coconut. Black on the outside and white on the inside. And I heard a black dude calling Eddie and Red Pill Phil that name, and I thought it was funny. Pigeon Tits, this American guy that fucking loves to wear leather jackets and nothing else, you know. A well trustworthy character. It's going to tell you what's happening with Tommy Robinson and with UKIP and what's happening in the UK, even though he's sitting in America. Brilliant. Scottish William Hague, this is another member of the Tommy cult, and Tango Tan, who just seems to be absolutely confirmed batshit fucking double dragon batshit crazy. But anyway, you don't even don't know what to make of that guy. So we've got the cult of Tommy, we've got alt-right snowflakes, we've got the tick scattering. Have you noticed all of a sudden since the alternative influence network get propagated in the left-wing press. Have you noticed that they're all now bouncing up and talking about like fucking Bigfoot and Nibiru and all that all of a sudden? Call me crazy, I see these things, I'm maybe seeing Jesus and toast, but when I see that article calling out a number of characters in the left-wing press, I seen after that a change of tack. That V Romanian, I'm going to call him Dracula, because apparently calling him a Gyppo was offending too many genuine gypsies. Or traveller folk or whatever. I've got nothing but high esteem for genuine gypsies and traveller folk and all that. It's just a turn of phrase. He's a Romanian. He's not even a gypsy. That's the funny thing about it. He's just Romanian, and I'm calling him a Gyppo. It's meant to be like a ironic, throwaway, funny term that people are meant to laugh at. But apparently this is triggering some real fucking real gypsies. And fuck having fucking Brad Pitt or whatever that can't speak Irish at your door wanting to fucking bare knuckle fight you and shit. Or that big fucking something Tyson Fury. He's a travelling good. Rock his boat. So anyway, but talking about him, he's now back to like when I first touched base with him, and I first touched base with him because I seen him doing cross promotion with Sargon. He was then doing constant politics. It was constant Trump and Brexit and Tommy Robinson love. Now he's away playing fucking computer games, talking about fucking cartoon porn or some shit. I don't know, those stupid wee like fucking Japanese cartoon characters that I don't know, look prepubescent but are dressed in wee short skirts and are half shagging and all that. Never got that manga shit. Never got it. It's your fucking thing, batter in, but for me it's just weird fucking stupid looking cartoons. But apparently that's all the rage for him now, and playing Tomb Raider and shit. I'm like, where's your fucking politics? Where's your politics? But also, I'll show you some other characters like talking about bizarre subjects that they've not touched on for ages. Just after, and again, you can see the strategy getting laid down in head office, and then because there isn't an open structure, a visual structure, or a easy structure to communicate this through, it takes time for it to filter through, and then everybody gets on point, on page, speaks to their people in the network, and next thing you know, they're all like, okay, Nibiru, Yellowstone, anything, what else community got to take? Yes, if you go and look at my channel, since Trump election, pretty much 99.9% of the content has been completely pro-Trump, anti-SJW stuff. Yes, it has. But it's just a coincidence. I'm independent, and now I want to talk about Nibiru. Oh, and No Agenda Show's a very good one as well, because they are ahead of the curve. I don't know. And now, the first thing I noticed was they were being critical of Kavanagh. I'm sorry, I've given up fucking giving a shit about the minuses of American politics. Leave that to the fucking Yankee Doodle Dandy tits, and they can deal with their own politics. If I want to infuriate myself by like trying to digest some politics in my head, I'll do it about my own cesspit of politics. Not the Yankee Doodle Dandies anymore. But anyway, so we'll be talking about how they are all rebranding, scattering. We'll get the Zionist report watch, and again, it sounds crazy and it sounds mental coming from me, and of course, the Jews have got to me, and I'm now like fucking Illuminati or something. But again, it's just having coming to a different point of view, and it's seen and me pointing at this doesn't make me pro-Zionism. This was pro-Zionist. It doesn't even make me agree with Zionism or like it any more now than I ever have. It's just now I'm no longer putting on the anti-Zionist t-shirt, continuously subjecting myself to the crimes, genocide, ethnic cleansing, easily arguable that's happening with the state of Israel. To enrage me to the point I can change my behaviour, change my focus. I'm more worried about dying Palestinians than the homeless people doing my vote on my street. Somebody's managed to get in my head and tell me what my priorities are, and me reprioritising stuff, and me believing like just the philosophy of boxing smart, not hard. Doesn't compute for some people, but I'll show you how the anti-Zionist campaign, as honourable as it is with the crimes that it's trying to address, it can, and I would argue for a lot of people, it turns into blind Jew hate, and the cycle's complete. It's exactly, Herzl talked about that. The Zionists need anti-Zionists. They need people that just hate Jews. And if you look at the anti-Zionist, not all of them, far from it, but some, the anti-Zionist information, it's speckled with Jewish supremacy stuff, which, to me, I've watched a lot of it, surprisingly. I don't know how that happened, you know, it was completely my own free will. I woke up one day and went like, oh, I care what's happening in Jerusalem. Woo, right, I'm being sarcastic. But anyway, I watched a lot of that shit, and you're like, oh, fucking hell, man. These Jews are taking over the fucking world, man. Protocols on top of that, fucking hell, man. I'm trying to get a full skin, fuck's sake. And then it was two different journeys, and their paths colliding, and that made me sort of see things from a different perspective and angle. And it was really analysing and getting into how Tommy Robinson and his propaganda machine and the Pamela Geller and Sion. Oh, I was watching some beautiful Knights Templar shit that was fucking recommended to me about the Priory of Sion and all that. But fucking knows, it's just one side bamboozling you about the other. But I digress. If you go back to Pamela Geller's Sion organisation, Tommy Robinson, when he get charged for using a fake passport, that was him flying to America to meet Pamela Geller's organisation. Pamela Geller's done a very worthwhile exercise, and I used Twitter, my smartphone, and notifications to fucking Twitter up and notification Pamela Geller. And then some of the other cronies, Tommy Robinson, when he was allowed on that and that as well. And I'm trying to remember the other ones, I can't remember. I ended up subscribed to them through Tommy Robinson's recommendation. And you could see Pamela Geller was just this absolute, she was spewing out. If there were a Muslim farted anywhere on the fucking planet, she's there to document it and tell you how smelly it is on the I fucking hate Muslim scale. Woo! That's a fucking curry fucking 9.9! Woo! Muslims stink! Right, and you're like, well, hold on. She's pointing to a Muslim, and the guy happens to have just farted, so obviously he fucking stinks. So she's no lying. But that's all she puts out. Right? That's a simplification of propaganda messaging. Right? These stinkly, just scours the world looking for fucking retarded people who happen to be Muslims doing fucking retarded shit, point to them and paint them as backward barbarians that are coming to fucking Sharia law you and fucking eat your babies or some shit. Right? Now, through analysing Tommy Robinson's propaganda techniques and stuff, and how he turns realities and skill whiffs them to dumb motherfuckers so that they're fucking taken to the streets in the thousands, apparently, and I'll show you what's happening. And then I realised there's two sides to this information, but there's fucking more than fucking two sides. Right? Both of them using realities, truths, spinning them, school whiffing the details. Look at Tommy Robinson's been a... man. He's actually becoming more influential in my ability to read this shite than the No Agenda show. And it's because of, like, how successful what he's saying is. It gets gobbled up and then it gets rhymed and repeated verbatim by morons as fact. And you're like, hold on, mate, is that actually the full fucking picture? You're just denying ripping gangs. You're an Islamist, a jihadi. Fucking... Anyway, so then I came to my personal conclusion that I'd been kind of propagandised by the people who do have a dog in the fight about out there and propagandising you to just blindly hate fucking Jews. Now that could be fucking Iran, who just wants you to question everything about the state of Israel because they seem to be one of the largest visible anti-Zionist nations still out there. Or you can point to the Zionist elements who need the fucking Jew hate to propagate their power within their community because they're the strong people that are going to keep the poor little fucking Jews from fucking getting killed. And that same psychology of control is used in a fractal fucking left, right and fucking centre. It just so happens you can point at the way it's used with the Jews is fucking a real good example in my opinion. Anyway, I digress. So, I've been trying to find the words to explain my stance on this, and I know I probably still haven't found the words. I'm just saying, like, if we stayed in a world of individuals, there wouldn't be groups out there fucking claiming fucking, like, bamboozling cunts with bullshit and getting armies together to go and do retarded shit. That's what I'm kinda at, you know? It's like, right, how do you fight that big army there? Do you raise another army and go fucking at it with them? Or do you just ignore them? And, oh, God. I know, and I'm not primarily talking about the fucking what's happening over in Palestine and the ethnic cleansing and the genocide that's happening, quite arguably. The thing as a whole, like, I don't know, I suppose what I'm talking about is, when I'm talking to myself, it's my mindset of not letting that shit control you. Not letting this shit tell you who you like, who you don't like, who you're fighting for today, what cause you're jumping up and down about, fucking who's good, who's bad, what death matters that day. Oh, fucking look, man, there's thousands and hundreds of thousands of people died in the world today alone. But let's talk about these three ones to serve another purpose. The three murders might have happened. Might be the most tragic fucking things that have happened that day. You need to ask yourself why you're getting fed that. And it's to dance to other people's tunes. And I even said the other night, like, a genuine suggestion is like a fucking reasonable thing to discuss, debate, and maybe fucking offer up as a solution would be like fucking getting away with party politics. It would be something to debate, wouldn't it? Hold on. Doobie-doobie-doo. Oh wow, do you know what I know? Oh god. Disable. I want for the money. Right, that should be better. Let me yep. I'm going to sack the producer. Sack the producer, sack the producer, sack the producer. Oh, fucking hell. And then, you see when you get all flustered like that, you can't even click the right buttons. Right, that should be the right one, actually. Oh, it seems like I'm talking to myself. But honestly, I'm talking to voices in my head. Right-eo. One for the mark. Right, that should be better. Allegedly, he says. Hopefully the sound is a wee bit better. Anyway, so stay tuned. Maybe one day I'll be able to verbalise what I'm talking about with this. It's kind of like Antifa versus the alt-right, isn't it? It's just a camp for people, no matter who's persuade you, who's right or wrong, to gravitate to and then go to a fight. the Zionist versus the anti-Zionist. It's the agenda will continue on as people are just like bashing heads over that bullcrap, and the way both groups go about what they're doing seems to just perpetuate the other side's argument, if that makes any sense. Anyway, let's get on with the rest of it. So, please, not in hot pants. Hopkins, Katie Hopkins is about as well. Depressed in Sweden, as millennial woes. And surprise, surprise, he's now going over to Sweden to propagandise them. Brown shirts, Proud Boys. So, Gavin McInnes's crew, they've actually even got their own fucking uniform, man. I think it's the black polo shirts with the wee, I think it's Ralph Lauren, black with the yellow fucking things round it. I don't know. No, a fashion person, red and yellow. There we go. And they're out. And you can't just say it's one side or the other, man. It's like the left side is they're out beating up protesters. Right, basically, fucking two sides turned up for a fight and they got it. But it shows you. I don't know. To me, what it shows me is it's something I don't want to participate in. The UKIP robots, I think that's the guy who's got eyes like Doug's boss, Count Spunkula. Bostock, UKIP. And just touch on his latest song. And it's not so much EDL anthem this week, it's more a UKIP anthem. And what we'll do is we'll watch it with the volume down. And let's see if we can see, like, basically UKIP's manifesto there. But of course he's an independent journalist who's just fighting for what's right in Britain. More baloney. It's touching on some characters around Bill Malone, whose name's Ledger and stuff. Very new to me, but something I'm putting out there, so I'll keep an eye on it and get up to speed with it. Ken O'Theif and Max Con Egan. Kev the Baker Faker. A wee update on Kev Baker getting called out as a Russian robot, which is quite funny. The right wing snowflakes. Brian Harvey gaslighting. I want to go and talk about the Brian Harvey Masonic handshake. Anyway, and Alex Jones is alive. I thought he was dead. I've lost him on my YouTube. So your Sargon update, the real Count Spunkula. Oh, aye, the wee Romanian guy that I'm not going to call a Jippo anymore because the word Jippo was upsetting people. So, Melanie Shaw, I need to touch on her. Probably do that sooner rather than later. Poor girl overboard. And this is a girl from Canada, the wellest, meaningest person, biggest heart, this kind of person in the world. I think I'd touched base with her ever so slightly through that Jeff C guy. She was on a show that I was on once. But touched base with her, ended up subbed. And then she got up and shouted at politicians at one point. She got on Press for Truth. Now she's bouncing about Canada, shouting about immigrants getting detention centres while Canada's veterans aren't. I didn't even know fucking Canada had a fucking army. Thought they were all moose fucking shaggers up there, man. You ever seen a Canadian with a gun? No, an army. Anyway, I digress. So, we're talking about that. It's unfortunately how these people, I don't know, just my opinion, maybe she's right and I'm wrong. But yeah, a well-meaning individual sucked in by the Truther Industrial Complex. So, first and foremost, now it does kick into a tune. And I'll be lying if I say I fully understand what this is. I think it's like, I don't know if Reality Rebel does his own audio mix as well as the visuals. Either or, man. Just check the visuals out. They're fucking hilarious. Let me see if I can show you this shit. Now, I don't know where this clip is from. They two dudes sound fucking Scottish to me. You hear that is Glaswegians saying hello to each other. It bounces into a song which I'm not going to play for copyright reasons. Shared the wee I shared the link anyway, but I just like the bit where I'm arguing the world's going to end Wednesday, Thursday, then I'm fighting over it, you know. Pretty much sums up fucking what's going on just now, you know. Both sides are fucking arguing. The fucking Nazis, the fucking apocalypse. Man, Houstonian is a peaceful fucking nation where war is over, and all you clowns just want to go to town, man. Anyway, so I thought I'd play that. What's this? Oh, man overboard. Internet research.
Now, I've just done a bit of tea.
Yeah. Now, God. Bet you he's a really beautiful guy. But I don't know, like, if you witness a guy standing on a skateboard and throwing a bit of wood off and saying that proves that rockets don't work in space, right? I mean, what do you do? Do you point out, like, the million and one ways that is just batshit fucking crazy and lunacy and like something out of a fucking sketch show? Or do you humour him? Do you feed his madness? Right? If that was somebody, a member of your family that you genuinely cared about, and he's not standing on a skateboard throwing off wood on this small clip, he's doing something far more creepier. But you would be like, right, hold on, I think you're believing hocus pocus shit on the internet now. It's turning your brain to mush. I really think you should try and get... You would say that to them? With the internet forum, you've got the ability to be a wee bit more... poke them with a stick. Anyway, let's see. Oh, he's investigating something. Let's see where his investigation has led him.
Investigating the tea, spilling the tea, you might say.
Yeah, perfect
about
sense.
What we saw here at the wedding.
Yeah, he's not speaking like a secret culty code that you need to like watch a million and one of his fucking clips and understand what conspiracies he's going on about to understand. No, it makes perfect sense to me. He's investigating the tea.
Quite an expose, as it were.
Oh, he's got quite an expose. This would be well worthwhile, the internet investigating research.
And strange thing is that most news reports, of course, totally have wiped this out. Isn't it funny they would do that, seeing?
Oh my god, there must be some sort of a deep down conspiracy here, shape-shifting. They're eating babies live on fucking air. Why did the mainstream media not play this?
Of course, this is totally arranged. Now, who is...
Of course it's totally arranged, right? So this isn't by accident. So they arranged it to happen deliberately, live on telly, to send out whatever message they want, but then the mainstream media, who are in on it as well, don't show it.
This is Lady Louise Windsor. I wasn't sure at first.
I never heard of this woman before. I'm not a royal worshipper. I don't know any of these characters. The only way I know about them are these people who protest. They hate the royal family but do nothing more than introduce you to all of them.
Then I'd say most people would think, gee, it looks like Beatrice. It's all in the family now.
Yeah, I'll be honest, mate, that isn't what's going through my head when I'm watching this, but anyway.
We'll just play this little bit now. I couldn't
Alright, let's play this little bit. It's going to be worth it. And remember, he's investigating, he's doing internet research.
Find any other videos pretty much with this on.
Couldn't, he's like, man, he spent fucking hours researching this shit. I mean, he must have done at least 4 YouTube searches. Woo!
Other than the one which I got from, and I was having great difficulty refinding it because it's a really long file, that one, which is the live file of the event. But every other news service cut it about this point.
Wow, must be shape-shifting. Eating babies. Definitely, man. This investigation that he's doing, this internet research, is really paying off.
But here's somebody here with a little video. Yes, very interesting indeed.
Yes, very interesting indeed. I mean, Richie Allen's calling me a fucking panty sniffer the other fucking week. Richie Allen, that's the kind of fucking freaks Richie Allen has on his show. Oh man, I was trying to troll Richie Allen the other day, but unfortunately, the guy that doesn't block anybody, he just ignores them. He has all 6 of my channels blocked, the bastard. But it's cool that he hasn't got my channels blocked, because he doesn't block people. He's all about freedom of speech. But every 6 of my channels that are called Kips Clips are all blocked. And he was talking about how he's interviewed Melanie Shaw in the past. And he ended up talking about a few other characters that he's interviewed. And I'm like, that's an absolute car crash fucking CV of all the death, destruction, fraud, fucking questionable fucking scumbaggery in the Triffer Industrial Complex, mate. But I thought you were independent. Why do you always at ground zero with David Icke? Why are you always at ground zero with David Icke? Is your head baldy for a reason? Are you really David Icke's butt plug? Just saying. Anyway, it looks like the guy for the Viz, and he's on the back of megabuses. But that's some internet research there. Valuable, valuable research. Never forget the internet research. Right, let's... man, and I've got better websites to do research on than that shit. You know what I mean? A wee bit of fucking up the skirt fucking shit. Here, mate, I've got a fucking catalogue that I wanked over when I was 8-year-old. Batter in. Fucking... Here's a skateboard. Go and prove to yourself that rockets don't work in space.
This is the sperm I've ever met. Look. Mob. Abs. Look.
I don't know if everybody else can translate all the sweary words or not.
Hit me! God, hit me! Hit me! He's turned up a balaclava on!
Agent Provocateur, man. Now, what I want to know is, where are the big fucking fat Celtic fucking squad? Where's all the Celtic casuals? Why is it all fucking... this mob, man? Where's the fucking big fucking rammer fuckers, man? Right. How do you find out where this guy is from one day, from 1 minute to the next? How does a squad of Antifa in Glasgow know that Tommy Robinson's in the count house? I just have questions I've got that need answered. How the fuck do people... Where's Tom... Has Tommy Robinson got any social media anymore? He's got a YouTube thing that he doesn't do anything live on. Is he getting anything on Twitter? Is he getting anything on Facebook? Is he doing it through anonymous accounts that only get shared within the inner circle, and then that all gets parroted? Like, you get a wee fucking Nazi membership badge of being part of the Tommy Robinson's cock club, and you then give the secret password or the secret fucking channel, and you can mirror all the shite that's getting... Because I want to know where all this is getting put up live. Anyway, so there's fucking Tommy Robinson.
This is the shittest sperm I've ever met.
Right, and Scottish people will know what I'm talking about when I'm pointing at the fucking obvious loyalties that these people fucking are following. Others it will just be like, what the fuck are you pointing to? But anyway, go and check out that channel when you know what I mean. And it's my football team, unfortunately. Anyway, I digress. It's the exact same 22-second clip.
That's what's happening here. Look,
Here's a few different perspectives.
look how many of them there are. Yeah, I'm here, all 5'6" of me. Look at the little 5'6" man, and there's fucking a bunch of. There's a bunch of absolute fucking wankers.
Right, and this is all the. Oh god, I forgot. I'm going to try and get this up. This is all the SDL. Well, in fact, I don't know. I'd like. Fuck. Hopefully, somebody that does know all this mob inside out, man, and all their faces and stuff. But Tommy Robinson's sitting there as if like he's one man square going a bunch of the Antifa mob or whatever, and this is what he's not showing you. This is the selective editing. This is what I was talking about earlier. The propaganda techniques that he's using. Right, so on the right, that's the Antifa mob, and on the left, that's Tommy Robinson and his mob. So they're about fucking the same handed. It's not as if like there's a big bunch of fucking Antifa and Tommy Robinson square going on myself. He's fucking mob handed, and so are they. That's them walking away. Try to think. That's towards Queen Street, because Queen Street's getting done up.
I'm standing here, bro. I'm standing right here. Do something. Do something. Do something, you little bitches. You pussies. Do something. If I wanted to beat you up, I'd beat you up right fucking now. Look at ya. Look at ya. Look at ya. Look at you! If I wanted to do something, I'd bang you out now, but I'm not bothered. I'm out having a beer. You turn up with your balaclavas on, and you do fuck all.
I don't know. I could only hear something about a lockback, right? It's typically referring to a blade. Aye.
You cowards!
At which point, EDL leader Tommy Robinson from the warehouse in Luton...
Ban the burkers! That's Tommy Robinson's man burker. He invented the man burker before that fucking stupid cunt thought it was a good idea. He wear a balaclava and go into a bank. I mean, that shows you the mentality of your average... And like, listen, I think that was fucking funny. If I licked if I licked some more windows in my life, there might even been a time in my life that I would have egged somebody on to go and do. Aye, mate, that's a great idea. Aye, fuck, genius, Put on a fucking balaclava and walk into a bank. I'll tell you that, I'll go on before you. I'll pose a normal customer with my phone, and then it'll be a big. Oh man, it'll be great, great fun.
18-year-old you put forward, and his face is on the camera.
I live in a heavily populated Islamic extremist town where the head of Al Mujahideen are based.
This guy couldn't even put sentences together before he had all his media training and all these fucking Pamela Geller fucking backhanders rammed up his little tight arsehole.
Oh, come on, though. Robinson.
Somebody described EDL as a drinking club with a website.
Fucking hell, man. That balaclava fucking racist against Chinamen? Is that balaclava for Chinamen? What the fuck's going on there? Is that there? Tommy Robinson, confirmed grey. Look at that. Tommy Robinson, he's not a shape-shifting fucking lizard. He's a fucking shape-shifting fucking alien. Check that out. Is that not the dimensions of a grey? And obviously, like, the grey has to wear a balaclava. If you've not got the specs, you can't see them. We've all seen Roddy Piper's documentary, They Live. And, it's either a Chinaman's balaclava or a grey's I can't make my mind up, but anyway.
Right.
You know what that reminds me of, right? And I've told, this is my fucking Rain Man fucking gift, right? And this is how impressive my Rain Man gift is. I can't even really remember the thing it reminds me of, which doesn't really make much sense, but bear with me. There's a bit in Clockwork Orange where they're all sitting round and like just like the main guy said something stupid or something and they're all like it's fucking what's happening there. Like, I think they're just laughing at his fucking Chinaman's fucking balaclava.
If he
You fucking cowards! Screw you, you fat shit! What are you going to do? What are you going to do? Do something, bro. You're going to get banged. No, that's not going to happen. All that's going to happen. All that's going to happen. You're going to end up sleeping. That's all that's going to happen. Do something. Do something. Watch what happens. Yeah. Just don't get in the way of him, myself. Do something. Do. Stop shouting and do something. Stop shouting. I'm standing right here, bro. Make your move. Make your move.
It's like a wee jack fuck. Fucking kick him at the balls and tell him to shut up.
Make your move.
Anyway, so again, you see like the deceptive 22 seconds that he shows one man against fucking 12 fucking whatevers or however many. But when you see other images, context, Tommy Robinson was mob-handed. He also had fucking Chunk from the Goonies. His big fucking his big bodyguard, his cousin Kev, but he's also Chunk for the Goonies, to defend him. And I don't know if you've ever seen the one where there's these fucking 3 big fucking Muslim cunts look like they could eat him for breakfast, right? And as always, Tommy Robinson's up front, the camera's there, and then Kev's behind the camera, just in case. And the 3 big Muslim guys just start walking up to him and shit, and he starts walking backwards, and he ends up tripping up and all that. But Big Kev bounces in, and he's like, ah, wah! And he's fucking UFC ninja fucking stance. You know these people that are trained fucking fighters, trained killers? And that's what Kev is. That's why Tommy Robinson seems to be so fucking brave, because he walks about everywhere with a big fucking chunk for the Goonies and a big fucking bunch of brainless morons protecting him. And that's what happens to him when he hasn't got Chunk as bodyguard. Very interesting point here brought up by BBC Newsnight. And I know we've all been conditioned and programmed to think everything on the BBC, regardless if they tell you the sky is fucking blue, is fake. But what they're doing is they're making a very relevant point through a victim of Muslim raping gangs that Tommy Robinson isn't exposing shite. Everything and every fucking single fucking case he's talking about is shite that's going through the judicial process. All he's doing is yapping about it like a little fucking angry Jack Russell fucking Napoleon fucking small man Kev Baker syndrome dude on his YouTube. Oh, his face bag, Twitter, fucking scope. Anyway. And she did make a very good point, and this line of this thought process, anybody that wants to engage in these people, surely the most productive thing is to try and engage in some form of debate, discussion, you know, even if it's fucking shits and giggles, trying to get the other side to go, consider what you're saying for 1 second. Now, Tommy Robinson's exposing Muslim grooming gangs. He's not. There isn't one case that he's brought to light that hasn't been going through the judicial system. the actual victims and people that speak out and get this shit brought to light. The reason we know about Muslim grooming gangs in the fucking first place, Tommy Robinson is appropriating all those people's causes. And I said this about fucking little tiny tears with Count Spunkula. I'm not alt-right, I'm just their cum dumpster. It's not a coincidence. Milo in a dress's cock fits in his ears. Some would say it's a conspiracy theory, but I think not. Too many coincidences for me. But I digress. So I even said that to Tiny Tommy Tears outside Airdrie Sheriff Court when he was up there like a white knight trying to save Count Spunkula. I don't know, freedom of speech, Zeke Howe, freedom of speech or some shit. And he admitted, I appropriated this because Jesus didn't kill anybody. I'm pretty sure that's what he said. I'm not even making that up. He didn't even know what appropriated meant. That's how dumb that wee fuck is. And I mean, Anyway, and now what he's doing again is this. You're now witnessing it with the Democratic Football Lads Alliance. They're scouring the UK for every token black and brown person they can, and every victim they can find. Now, one of the downfalls of being a victim is mentally you've been through the ringer. So if you're a genuine victim, you're going to be... There's a chance, maybe a high probability, some would argue, that you're going to be very mentally vulnerable. Now, if you're mentally vulnerable, this can display its fucking self in many ways. I'm sure a lot of us would agree. And I think when you're broken, I think when you're a broken individual, there are Machiavellian motherfuckers out there looking to suck in that demographic to rebuild these people up. And isn't that crazy a thought? I mean, I would argue, look at the process that almost every professional army on the planet does. Bring you in, break you fucking down, they break you, they snap you, then they build you back up in the way they want you to build you back up. And myself, I feel that's pretty much the exact same process I went through in my indoctrination into the Truther Industrial Complex cult. These motherfuckers caught me when I was broken, told me we were all about the truth and fucking love and light and fucking chakras coming out my arsehole, and I believed them, and they built me up. They built me up the way they wanted me, and that was a fucking tangy tangerine loving fucking gun toting fucking right wing fucking American politic Trump loving dick who likes a bit of Brexit. Anyway, I digress. So always worthwhile to remember that Tommy Robinson doesn't expose anything.
Well, as you may know, on October 23rd, next week that is, Tommy Robinson will be heading back to court for a retrial for contempt. He's already served.
Now, the crazy thing is, if you go and look who the rebel is, and I forgot more than I can remember, right? But the roots are in the mainstream media, believe it or not. The roots are in the old colonial press of Canada. I think it was the Sun. Don't quote me on that. I think it was the Toronto Sun or something. And that... Now, I don't know if any of this makes sense to any of you, but like it was the pro-colonial Canadian press, right? Now, some would say if you were in Canada and you were pro-colonialism, and that was pro the British rule, quite happy with that. You could argue that maybe if it's a commercial outfit and making money, it might be serving the business interests of the British Empire, right? Very right-wing leaning press, and now now this is their modern incantation, and people are surprised that they're peddling the shit that they're peddling. Anyway, onwards and upwards. The cult of Tommy. Let's look at Tommy's army. He's building an army, isn't he?
The most honourable morning I've ever had, anyway. Class, eh? Makes it all worth it.
God, you know, synchronicities would have it. I'm sitting here talking about the army breaking you down and building you back up, and voila, I knew that was in there. You know, I just hadn't thought about how that would segue into that.
An honour.
Now, imagine, like, Tommy Robinson is the white Adam Chowdhury. Imagine it was a Muslim extremist doing this shite. Tommy Robinson's little arsehole would be going like that. Oh, and not that I'm saying it's right that these young kids should get punished or anything. I mean,
okay, so stay tuned, guys. We will be right back.
Honestly, my viewing time of fucking InfoWars has went down to almost zero.
Town in Great Britain. I'd like to start off, as I've said, the English Defence League, or my activism started in support of our armed forces. Our armed forces is something I hold very dearly, and a lot of the British public do, as I'm fully aware. In fact, I wish that our country recognised the service they give in a similar way to the Americans do. But I want to talk to you about our current recruitment.
Yeah, you're a big fan of a militaristic society. See, Cal, the Tommy Robinson, why the fuck would you compare this guy to the Nazis? I don't know. No idea.
I just want to give a quick update. We are at over 125,000 signatures on the petition. The petition is at standwithourlads.com. If you haven't signed it, please try and do. I understand that all of the lads in the photo.
Why doesn't somebody go and get the petition together, sign a petition to kick Tommy Robinson out of off the globe? We can do a GoFundMe. Ask Elon Musk how much it would cost to send Tommy Robinson up there with his fucking car. Ta-ta, Tommy.
All of them are going to face disciplinary, but they're setting an example by giving notice to discharge one of the lads.
Yeah, well, not a good move if you're joining a professional army to be taking pictures with far-right leaders. Of course, Tommy Robinson isn't a far-right leader. He's Tinkerbell and Jesus rolled into one. He's all about the truth, man. He knows the fucking tooth fairy, man. He's all about the tooth and the tooth fairies, man.
I was going to wait till I got home, but I can't. So if you're just...
Now, allegedly, this is similar problems that Tommy Robinson's missus has experienced. Too eager to get it out there, if you know what I mean. But anyway, it's just a vicious rumour. I read it on a toilet door wall in Luton.
In fact, I wait for some people to log on, so I'm not talking to myself, yeah?
Aye, how stupid would that be?
I'm about to rant. I'm about to rant like...
Who the fuck logs on? Log on!
What the hell? If you're... I was going to wait till I got home before I'd done this.
Rant? How can a little guy with a voice like that fucking rant? You know, see, Tommy, see if your the money falls out of your activism. You could get a job on the Haribo fucking adverts. I like the wings, they make me feel like a princess! And you wouldn't even need to fucking put on a fake voice. You little whiny fucking Jack Russell fucking na.
I've just found out.
Alvin, Simon, Tommy!
That the young men who I was at the service station yesterday, the motorway services, and by chance I happened to.
What a coincidence, you know, just by chance. You know, like, just this is a coincidence. By chance, out of every cunt on the internet, Zeke Allen to their webcam and getting their dug to do all sorts of fucked up shit. Just a coincidence that the fucking Police Force Scotland start up a big massive PR campaign with Count Spunkula and make him fucking look like the most downtrodden person in fucking Scotland and the internet world. 200 fucking £1,000 up. Fucking God knows how many hundreds of thousands of fucking thousands of people's eyes on him. And the guy fucking get fucking dog's balls for eyes. With a fucking receding hairline that's fucking retreating fucking quicker than fucking Tommy Robinson without fucking chunk out the Goonies to protect him.
Walk in.
Anyway, fucking hell. When did it become cool for fucking far right leaders to fucking get their haircut style for Jedward? When did this happen? Fucking 10 fucking inches fucking tall fucking quiffs.
That's what it is. The British Army, the best in the world. The young men who form it, the best in the world. But yet...
The British Army. Right, now this is where the corporate fascism and who comes into play here. Or just the theory of that. Or like, I don't know, like, say what you see. The kingdom, the United Kingdom, used its sovereignty and gave de facto governmental powers to corporate entities during the height of the British Empire so that these corporate interests could fucking run all over the world, raping and fucking pillaging and gobbling up as much territory for the City of London and the guilds of the City of London as they possibly can. With the redcoats. Anyway, our troops are the best in the world, so honourable. They're like any fucking dumbed down motherfucker that you break down and build up to be a trained fucking killer. You use them as a trained killer and you kick them into a fucking mental home because they're yes, God, Queen and country, y'all. Queen and country. Fucking idiots.
You keep making a mockery of it and you keep making a joke. I'm sorry, but it's unbelievable. It's unbelievable. They've been spat out. They've been abused. That's what I formed my activism because our armed forces...
Activism? Oh, man, oh, man, oh, man, oh, man.
Good evening.
What's going on with his forehead? Is he shining it? Is it getting shinier every clip?
Sneezing.
He's got some form of Tourette's going on.
I just want to give another quick update of where we are at with the I Am Soldier X campaign.
What the fuck? Is this like is this going to be the new X-Man fucking toy every cunt wants for fucking Christmas? Mommy, for Christmas I want I Am Soldier X! Tommy, with big lovely big fucking hair fucking made me love it. Anyway, I've had enough of his haircut. That's Tommy's army. Oh God, let's go and have a look at the Democratic. Yes, and RT's even fucking put fight music to it, baby. Woo! Pay-per-view, bitches. Anyway, the Democratic Football Lads Alliance. Yes, first on our manifesto is to make we will decide legislation via games of football. Yes, and we shall what we need is we will sack the Speaker of the Speaker of the House of Commons, and we will now employ a wanker in the black. And the wanker in the black will be the referee between the two sides, who will kick a ball about to the two sides of the house. In fact, we'll go old school. We'll actually just we'll use heads, use people's heads, or we could just use Boris Johnson. Boris Johnson's he's like a beach ball already, very fucking circular in shape, easy peasy. And yes, that's what the Democratic Football Lads Alliance manifesto looks like. They want to roll up their sock. They want to get elected into Parliament, and then roll up their socks and kick them about the House of Parliament. What could possibly go wrong? These are the people that are first on the manifesto is Parliament shuts down every single fucking match day, alright? Got it? Also, every dumbass woman in the UK is mandated to shut the fuck up for 90 minutes during the football. Second on the agenda. I mean, seriously, get these morons in the room and ask them to sit down on their fucking 10-point manifesto and tell me fucking chugging beer up your arse doesn't come into it. It's a new thing I've learned for Kavanagh. Anyway, I digress. Let's get to fighting. Please, in the chat room, make up your own Democratic Football Lads Alliance manifesto. Some points they might have in their manifesto. Be a good wee exercise so you can come up with the best manifesto suggestion on the Democratic Football Lads Alliance. Yeah, man, it's like, fuck it, yeah. Get your tools out, Gumbo. Get your tools out, Gumbo. Yeah. Bum 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 chee. Bum 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 chee. Get your tools out, Gumbo. Yeah. Copyright, I'm just going on and off. Wow, man. I didn't think it was a good fight until I heard the music. It's the way of life. Going to fight. Two groups of arseholes turned up with fucking sticks to hit each other. You know what happened? They hurt each other. Drop the beat. It's a way of life, yeah. RT baby, way of life. Oh. Can get fucking music coming from all angles. But there's RT giving you a soundtrack to the fighting. Beautiful. It's got to be abruptly, doesn't it? Right, so there's the police standing across trying to separate two groups of warring morons. And there's the Democratic Football Lads Alliance forcing their way through the police line into the opposite group of fans, supporters. It is like a fucking football fucking fight, innit? And we will then go on to some of Tommy Robinson's cult members saying that they were perfectly peaceful. Let's be honest, it's nothing we haven't all seen before, is it? It's pretty much your bog standard. Just a day out for Tommy Robinson. It's actually quite a quiet one. But of course this has nothing to do with the EDL or Tommy Robinson. This is the Democratic Football Lads Alliance. They're completely independent from everything Tommy Robinson does. Oh, this is a good tune. I want to show you this guy getting smacked. £40–50 down the barras for those wee extendable truncheons. Yawn size. Boom, the weight in them, man. It's amazing. And that's what they can do. For example, if that wee mob of Antifa people, instead of having knives and lockbacks, I fucking stab you. Say they had like wee truncheons or baseball bats or something. And then you just a wee packies, man. You just go up and you just rattle every cunt's fucking knees. You take away their legs, they're not going to do much, man. And if you go up with baton, like for example, batons like this are very effective, man. See, get noted, and the cops do it all the time as well, right? Cops don't do it out of instinct, they do it out of training. And you know, the cops are trained with the most effective ways of fucking disabling some cunt. So if you want to learn how to use the cops' weapons, watch the cops. Boom! Right? You do that anywhere near the knee, the thigh, dead leg, fucking floor. Right? And plus you're not going to kill anybody, you're just going to immobilise them, you're just going to take them out of the game, you don't want to fucking kill any cunt, do you? I mean, unfortunately that fucking Tommy Robinson cocksucker there's probably a decent dude and has a nice family and shit. Just unfortunately that Tommy Robinson's tickled his fucking clitoris and motivated him to turn up and get hot when the fucking way cop sticks in the name of freedom of fucking Aye mate, aye, you've got the freedom. Oh man, freedom of speech. Oh my god, the cops that we see are fascist cops are just fucking hitting us with sticks. I can't believe it. Who defunct it? I thought they had the sticks there and all those batons and water can. Oh, no, I've not got water cannons in the UK. And fucking kettling tactics and riot fucking gear. I thought they had that just for fucking show. I didn't think they used it. Or were willing to fucking kneecap you, beat you up, pepper spray you, manhandle you, kick your living daylights out you if they perceive you to be a threat. Not only that, I don't think they would do that. I wouldn't have even funked it that they can do all this and get away with it. They might get an investigation. The Independent Police Commission might investigate it, which is run by ex-coppers, by the way, so it's completely above board. I mean, complete justice. And of course, the conviction rate for cops, I'm sure, is very high. No, they're protected. And if you go and poke a cop with a stick, the cop will get a big fucking stick out and start hitting you over the fucking head with it. Or even better, they might even find a trigger happy cop. Oh, and now all the alt-right fucking snowflakes. Oh, police brutality! Police brutality! Oh! Now again, let's go and see what will happen in the review. Okay, Constable Dickhead hit him with a stick. Let's have a wee look at your actions. He is not engaging with the man he then turns round and bitch slaps. The man he turns round and bitch slaps runs up to him and grabs him with the hand. Granted, he's trying to stop him hitting his mate with a big stick, but then now the cop has every justification. No, I'm not saying it's the way it should be. I'm saying it's the way it is, and you're best understanding that, or you're going to end up with a cop hitting you with a big fucking stick, and you're going to end up on the ground going, "Ah, freedom of speech, brutality," ah, like a little bitchy whiny snowflake who's surprised that cops beat the fucking shit out of you when you poke them with a stick. I mean, I don't know what universe these motherfuckers have transported in from, but pretty much in the job description of cops is We have the ability to lock you up at any time for any fucking thing and kick the shit out of you at any point and get away with it. Pretty sure that's in the fucking Cops Manifesto. Anyway, I digress. We could watch that wee guy getting beat up all day long. And 17 suspects, faces. Of course, these people... Tom from Hollyoaks! I'm even fucking disgraced. Well, that was a good one, Charlotte. I'm even disgusted to know who Tom from Hollyoaks is. But Tom's been in Hollyoaks so long that fucking I remember him from Hollyoaks when he was a little kid. I imagine he's a teenager now or something. There's Right Said Tommy. Why are all these cunts fucking Right Said Fred impersonators? Anyway, anybody we know? Anybody? Oh shit! What, 5? So football lads march.
That'll happen about 7:30. I don't know. I need to go James.
Tell us what happened this morning.
What actually happened on Thursday? We was booked in outside the little square. Outside the little square, opposite the gates of hell, which is to other people who are not awake yet. The gates of Downing Street, and we've been booked in. We've been having a sleep out, raising a...
If you couldn't hear that because of the shite fucking audio, I think she said the gates of hell, which for people that aren't awake yet. So if you haven't been indoctrinated into the cult, and you haven't been given this new language that the cult members all speak, and the new definitions and the allowed talk in the cult, then she's going to kindly explain it to you. It's the gates across from Downing Street.
Raising awareness to what happened to our free children. Today.
Right, so you're not protesting, you're raising awareness. What are you raising awareness for?
Raising awareness to what happened to our free children.
Right, you're raising awareness to what happened to your 3 children, okay. Sounds good.
So we was booked in Thursday night 6 o'clock and we're booked in until tomorrow night at 6.
So what's happened to your 3 children?
Today we're sitting there, we just got ready. The police come over, common purpose police. Thank you.
Common purpose police. There's there's pretty much like the UK column script getting rolled out. Now remember, here's a little interesting fact for you. Common Purpose, they're a political charity. You know what else is a political charity? Go on, I'll give you guesses. They continuously point at Common Purpose. The UK column. The UK column is the British Constitution Group. And the British Constitution Group is a non-party affiliated political charity. Just thought I'd throw that in there. So, does the UK column think that Common Purpose are the devil incarnate? Or are the UK column against Common Purpose because they are their rival to indoctrinate the youth?
Thank you. Common Purpose Police come over and said that a Section 14 had been put on the night before and that we're to pack up our stuff and go. We said, no, we're not doing that. We've been booked in here. We're allowed to be here. So what is going on? We wouldn't give any consent. They wanted us to take a bit of paperwork. They said if we don't, that they're going to arrest us for a public disorder. I said, but we're not creating anything in the public. They said, you're protesting. We said, no, we're here raising awareness.
Are you protesting? No, we're here raising awareness. What's the difference? Well, one you could legally remove us from doing, and the other one is just ambiguous legalese bullshit.
In a cause, which is they was trying to bully continually to say.
And remember, this poor woman has 3 kids that I'm going to stab in the dark here. Call me crazy. I don't want to subject myself to the morbid details of fucking whatever gruesome event has happened to her and her family. But 3 kids, I'm going to assume that they've been raped or groomed off of brown people. The fact that she's now getting put on a pedestal with the Democratic Football Lads Alliance would tell me that. And this poor woman's traumatic and horrific experience is now getting used as a propaganda tool. She's getting used as a propaganda puppet, unfortunately.
We're all walking round, and there's another line of coppers round the corner. DFLA march last Saturday. Unfortunately, it doesn't have any sound. The external mic decided to go Pete Tong on my camera.
Nobody approving that one way or the other, man. I would argue that maybe there was some stuff on the audio that wasn't too palatable and suited the propaganda purposes of this fucking broadcast.
So what I've done is I've taken other people's footage and edited it so...
Oh, right, so you've took your whole long stream and you've edited this shit out and you've got no audio.
It's at the right time.
Well, this is going to be great. It's going to be a beautiful reflection of what happens.
So you can actually see it now from 2 different angles, so that's more interesting.
Oh, talking about that. 2 different angles. 2 different angles. I'm eventually going to get... This is going to be my... Oh. That is going to be my dartboard cam. And then I'm going to have like... have a wee game of darts. Just need to get some pictures of like Tommy and Alex Jones and stuff and see if I can get like... Imagine a dartboard with Alex Jones and the bullseye would be Alex Jones's big fat belly. I need to get something like that. And then I can cut to the camera and just... Anyway, I might even do the... I'm going to do the live TV version as well. I'm going to try and get the topless darts at some point as well. But that's just in the pipeline. But hey, I thought I could, why not?
Also, I've got the footage of the black girl. Obviously a complete...
Is it because I'm black?
White supremacist. Not, because I went to talk to her later on in a pub. Lovely girl. She was there holding...
Isn't it amazing that they go to these rallies, right? And I don't know, I would love to see the demographics. Somebody surveying the demographics. Maybe, I don't know. I don't even know, I'm stabbing in the dark here, right? 1-2% black or brown in your average Tommy Robinson meeting. Ain't it amazing how all these tokens end up all getting interviewed amongst talking heads and all that, and then when they run out of token black and brown faces to use, they then go into the dear old ladies. Oh, look at this old Nana Pat. Oh, Nana Pat. Oh, look, she's 99, she's going to drop down dead tomorrow. No cunt can fucking say a bad word about her. And of course, we all know old people have got perfectly unbigoted views. Anyway, Nana Pat, nobody can take you, you're an old woman, we've all got grannies. It's just a coincidence that you're now spewing out Tommy Robinson rhetoric.
A really large extendable pole with the British flag there, and the police went and attacked her to get it down. Because, obviously, Antifa could see it, and it was triggering Antifa, so fair play to that girl. I've got a few other bits of footage, and at the end, where the march goes off peacefully when we've been redirected, I play secret recordings of a army sergeant or higher, I don't know what he is, talking absolute rubbish about Tommy Robinson and bullying his troops. So, yeah, it's worth watching, all right? So, have a look, see what you think. Well, there's Elvis holding his flag, bless him. He's always there at all the marches. Love his little art. And we're just quietly moving down. You can see they're holding their football flags there. You got Arsenal.
Hold on. What do you mean I've been booted, James? You've been booted, mate. Still going live to
Well, there's Elvis holding his flag, bless him. He's always there at all the marches. Love his...
Refresh your page, James. Everything seems to be working. Turn it off and back on again.
At the beginning of the march, they all came in quietly under their own flags, which was really actually quite impressive. Wait till we see fans in. They're obviously discussing what the hell.
Right, now my suspicions of why the audio is kind of conveniently missing might come into perspective. This is them trying to like explain how it all kicked off.
I think went off. That lady there running around is a DFLA steward. Good lady. They're obviously discussing.
That's a DFLA steward. They get trannies in a DFLA as well. Well, alright, Stuart, you look like a fucking, you make a very convincing woman.
What the hell's going on? Look at this bloke. Stop. Well, actually, just do what you want. This guy, he was the one that drew a baton out on somebody that I don't know what race he is. I'm not interested, really.
The race. I'm not interested, really. Even though he spent about fucking 2.5 minutes debating whether to fucking comment on the race or not. The debate you were having with yourself, whether you should actually self-censor and say the fucking shit that's on your lips, fucking speaks volumes, fucking dickhead.
This guy is obviously listening to the earpiece. It's all going a bit Pete Tong here. And at the moment, the lads are slowly coming down behind me. This bloke, generally, they were shitting themselves, I'll be quite clear. Danny Tomo is up there, and one of these liaison officers, look at that mug on a bike. Right, one of the liaison officers, a woman, this bird here, she's not
happy because the football fans are walking towards the fucking tofu fans.
Very happy piece of kit, that one. And he said, "You've caused all this." There he is, he's walking up. And she gets right in his face, and he's...
Right? And this is why I suspect that he hasn't got the audio. He can hear this little agent provocateur. Come on, lads!
Come on up. Rightfully so. This is our direct route. And she's going mental at him, saying, "You've got to..."
And she's going mental, going, "Look, we're going to fucking mingle these two. I thought you were all about the peace and harmony and shit. I thought this was a peaceful march. Why are you marching them fucking directly towards fucking cunts that are going to fight?
Stop all this, otherwise I'm going to do you for inciting it." And he's saying, "You've had your chance, love. You fucked it up. You've lied to us. It's all your fault."
And that is why I think his audio is very conveniently missing. It would have picked up everything that was going on. I would say put this wee bastard in the best of light.
And I couldn't say I blamed him. So she's chasing him down the road, and he said, look what you've done. They're down there, they're coming up here. You had your chance, and she's really going off. Do you know, I'm fucking pissed off I didn't have the volume on here. So we're all walking round, and there's another line of coppers round the corner. And I've got
trying to separate Antifa from the fucking football mob.
He's a good bloke. And I've got the camera probably about 8, well, it goes up about 6 to 8 foot. Now in a minute, the boys come round past the van and these coppers start to shit themselves. Now, the coppers that are always there at the Tommy trial are a different breed to these ones. These ones are horrible. He's telling me to stand back, and I'm like, yeah, whatever, mate, because, do you know what? We're tired of having the piss taken out of us.
Yeah, like, whatever, man, yeah, we're going to walk there for our freedoms, man. We want to go and tell the Celtic fans how stinky they are.
Oh, you lot. Anyway, I get roughed up a bit here, which is why the camera's all over the place. So, you want to push me, I'll push you back kind of thing. And we get through. No coppers have been hit. Right? Want to make that perfectly clear. I can swear on the Bible or anything else that I didn't see a single one of our boys hit a copper, rough up a copper.
I bet Antifa, I seen Antifa beat up millions of coppers, every Antifa. Our boys was shitting out gold bars in sunlight. One was pissing out Skittles. Whereas Antifa were stinky, winky, and beating up and doing bad stuff all day long.
Whatever.
Right, anyway, enough of that fucking cult gathering. Anyway, Cult of Tommy, Brian of London. Don't really need to go into any of this, I just want to show the Illuminati is hacking me.
Lower. Tommy Robinson and the photograph in the video with the squaddies saying, Tommy. I'm sort of constantly shocked but not shocked. Here's what's going on there. Dimitude. I've said this word many times.
He is a knight on the No Agenda show, which means he's contributed over either $1,000 or $10,000 to the No Agenda show. It's a coincidence now. He's a raving Tommy Robinson supporter.
To share my screen. Damn it. Probably should have checked this out first. I was banned from going live for a while because...
Brian London, night of the No Agenda show, stays in Israel.
Hello, one person, two people, few more, let's wait. I'm not in my...
So this is a good example of how, like, the anti-Zionist thing sort of contributes to the impression that there's a cabal of Jews out there fighting for the agenda of Israel. And I see it as a wee bit more simple or complex, I don't know, you choose. Whereas it's real estate for the money behind the City of London. There's entities sitting in the City of London who are willing to finance anybody, everything, to the extent to control that area of the land. The Knights Templar was born there. They were the first international bankers. Their headquarters in the UK, in England, not in the UK, in England at the time, was in the City of London, and it remains so to this day. And their gang sign is all over. Their gang sign, traditions, stories, symbolism is all over the square mile. It's not a square, and it's not a mile, but the square mile of the City of London. And this guy is a patriot. Well, in his sense, he's a patriot, but he's patriotic for Britain and for Israel at the same time. He understands that there is no separation between the elements, the City of London, and what's behind the City of London, and what's behind Israel. And it's not a bunch of supremacist Jews sitting round and dictating that. That's a red herring. If that's a conclusion they would love you to come to, because then coming to the conclusion there's a cabal of Jews fits in with the "you're a Hitler" context, the argument to shut you down. Anyway, so I just wanted to show Brian of London running the clearly in the cult of Tommy Robinson, rise of the right in Germany. This stuff is spreading throughout Europe, not only in Germany, Netherlands, Sweden, Austria, Hungary, Zikal, all the good fucking Germanic nations, areas of the world. So the far right is on the rise in Germany, and when you see it, and the right that they're talking about isn't just mobs like Tommy Robinson getting people out on the street. This is political
ground these entities are winning in elections at the polling booths. Anyway, I digress. So that's the rise of the right in Germany.
And they're unwilling to meet our terms.
Now, I don't know if Flo is still in the house, but this is a guy Flo's been touching base with. And it's an American guy that's latched on to the Hampstead thing. Fucking mugs, flags, t-shirts, fucking whole 9 yards. And it's just the synchronicities would have it. Like, my attention was drawn to him through Flo, and then next thing I know, Eddie is okay, who was brought to my attention not too long ago through the Brian Harvey thing, and then he's like talking about Brian Harvey and talking about paedophile grooming gangs, and it becomes evident that he's a kind of want-to-be right-wing media talking head, and very interesting that Eddie's okay is now parroting Americans telling Brits what's happening in their own country. It's crazy. But anyway.
I need to wake you up. Demons of the highest order.
Demons of the highest order. That's somebody that has been. Now this is just my opinion, you make up your own mind, but see when somebody starts quoting fucking good, evil, biblical demons, godlike, angels, brothers, sisters, all this culty talk, they don't seem real to me. Who the fuck is they're demons? Anyway.
I need to wake you up, bitch people. This is what it's about. That's why we're coming out. Now, there are a lot of people here that are frustrated, right? They don't know. It's for people like you and myself to wake them up.
Yeah, it's your duty to go and ram your shit down some cunt else's throat, even if they're sitting looking fucking happy as a pig and shit. It's your duty to go and shake them and poke them with a fucking stick that they get irate enough to join us in our far-right marches up and down the UK. Can anybody see it? It's your duty. Wake people up. You have to wake people up. Fucking mind your own business. Anyway. Alright, aye, because the word coconut. I don't know if it was okay to use the word coconut. And I always love this wee clip here when John Lennon explains women is the nigger of the world, right? And it's the N-word stuff and all that, people refusing to say a fucking word because they haven't got the balls, the courage, the conviction, the fucking vocabulary, I don't know, to explain themselves, or the fucking courage to use a word without fucking signing up for the connotations that people may subscribe to that. And when this is how we've went backwards, not forwards. I mean, this was in our late 70s, I think, mid 70s. And he's on a fucking national TV show talking about women is the nigger of the world. A white guy wouldn't be able to say that word anymore. And once you start dictating to other, once you start dictating the context and meanings of words, and you start trying to force them onto other people, you start trying to. You're taking away people's ability to fully explain themselves and use the every colour of the rainbow of the language that God gave us to verbally explain yourself. So if John Lennon can't use calling women as the nigger of the world, if he's a white man can't use that word nigger, he can never use the analogy of comparing the way that women have been classed in society and draw the parallels and similarities to the well-known treatment, the well-known slavery and treatment of black dudes who then were branded as niggers or whatever. I mean, it really, it's like 1984 down the memory hole shit, that. You're unable to, I even hate to use this because like, intellectually fucking debate this shit. I mean, we stay in a world now where there's news programs out there, and for whatever reason the word nigger will be in the news story and they can't say the word. The N word. What the fuck? Oh, the No Agenda show. There was somebody on the news talking, they weren't allowed to use the word mob because mob was inferring a violent mob or something. And then this presenter started going, the M word. What the fuck? Where does this stop? And you slip into insanity? Anyway, and it was, the reason that got me thinking about that was just when I was going to call this guy a coconut.
Made it to Whitehall. And here's for there. Yeah, man, you know what I mean? Listen, this is a lady. This is a woman. Listen, I don't know who she is. She just jumped on the screen. I've never met her before in my life. You're all right, princess. You're looking radiant.
I'm surprised,
you know, I'm
because I've been sleeping
yeah. Antifa. Because I was so far back, I couldn't see it. But they had Antifa on our walk, right? And then, obviously, there's a wind-up, you know. Look, we're at Whitehall now, and they've cordoned off the place pretty well. So why couldn't they have done that on the other side? You know?
Right, so now it's the cops' fault for not keeping fucking two groups of fucking warring arseholes away from each other. We turned up for a fight, and it's the cops' fault for not keeping us apart. Right, okay, coconut. What was it, Anti-Gangs UK? Oh, I played Heavy
We're literally at our destination, and what's happened is, we're walking down the road, and we're meant to be on one side of the cordon. All of a sudden, the police...
Now, again, let's be honest, man, this guy's got fucking, like, maybe a 3 sandwich plus over a windy liquor, right? But let's be brutally honest here, right? And I ain't fucking, I'm not blessed with a fucking high IQ. I genuinely struggle fucking with reading and writing, and I wouldn't consider myself anywhere near intelligent. Not at all. So maybe I stay in a glass house, I shouldn't throw stones. But let's be brutally honest, this guy doesn't come across as the most fucking intellectually fucking switched on person put on the planet. He comes across as a bit fucking, stick my dick in a socket, give me the best buzz ever, I'll try, right? He's got a touch of that about him, and then he wants you to fucking believe that he's on this fucking big fucking moral campaign to save the world because of the demons. Give me a break, man. These are fucking borderline mentally ill fucking folk fucking pretending that they're fucking reporters or something. And they've been sucked into our fucking fascist right-wing movement, and they're marching up and down the country, propagating all their shite, left, right and centre. So that was Attack of the Coconuts. Let's have a look at Pigeon Tits.
Alright everyone, another little bit about Tommy Robinson.
No, thank you very much. I mean, like, seriously, whose fucking dress-up box have you been fucking let loose in? Anyway. Isn't it? It's like a fucking kid get let loose in his dad's fucking closet.
Alright everyone, now over to the UK where...
Alright everybody, now I'm in America and I'm going to tell you what's happening in the UK. And it's just a coincidence that I'm going to tell you Tommy Robinson rocks. And a bunch of shit about what's happening in the UK that it's not really happening. Anybody who stays in the UK and disagrees with what I say is happening in the UK, they're just liberal tards or leftists or something like that. Anyway, that's more of the cult of Tommy Robinson.
Hello, Norman. What's your background there, pal?
Just getting set up here.
Yeah, just getting set up. You're just sitting on your big dildo there, I think, pal.
Man, right. Why is it that 9 out of 10 Tommy Robinson supporting fans on the independent media are gay? Just saying.
Just bear with me.
Just bear with me. Oh, hello, sailor.
Sorted out.
Yes, let's go and talk conservatism in my conservatism club up in Edinburgh.
And we'll just check that everybody's on okay.
Why do they all sound like Tommy Robinson starting live streams?
And here we go. I'm just going to go back into the page. How are we all today? We're just going to have a wee discussion about what happened at the weekend. Some pretty sinister scenes, to say the least.
Yes, some sinister scenes, though the Antifa were really, really bad.
Streets of London.
So what the fuck you doing there, you fucking sweaty sock? Hold on. Does that work when a sweaty sock calls another sweaty sock a sweaty sock?
The DFLA were out marching.
And I can really tell that, ooh, look at all these big burly footballing guys. Ooh, he was just there for the banter.
Aye, big fucking beefcakes, man. You'd have been loving it, man. You'd have been doing there with these tubs of Vaseline like that.
Oh, hello there. Hello, big bub. You want me to grease you up, big boy? You know, if we all grease each other's baldy fucking heads up, we can squeeze through the police lines that wee bit easier. Quick! Vaseline greases up!
And I got an army of fucking overweight fucking conservative William Hague want-to-be fucking cocksucking poofty boys to lather them all in their fucking Vaseline. Is it just me when you see somebody like fucking muscle on muscle on muscle on muscle, you always think they're a bit fairy-like? They're like the yin to that guy's yang, if you get me.
Pretty disgraceful, if you ask me anything. So let me just get that round there. So if everybody who's coming on could just keep liking, please keep sharing.
Well, those stupid cardboard fucking things that you've erected in the back behind you when you're clearly sitting in your living room, that's pretty disgraceful too, pal.
Illuminati fucking hacking me.
And everything like that set up, so we can get all that done for you. So if you're on, please, if you're an admin on any groups, any pages or anything, please keep sharing. Can everybody hear me all right? David had lumps of wood. Yeah, absolutely shocking if that's the case. Really, really disgraceful. I'll just pull that in there to give a bit of the light off there. But yep, that looks absolutely fine. Hi Paul, how are you? Morning Darren, how are you? So I'm just going to get this shared to a few pages.
Anyway, there is the cult of Tommy Robinson, and to round it up, we'll have a bit of Tango Tan.
You've been missing for nigh 6 days now. What's going on?
I think people are fucking bored because there's too much hype and de-escalation.
Double Dragon.
And there's too much roller coaster ride. It's like they don't even know what's real and what's not unreal anymore. It's like I get arrested and then suddenly you see me again, and I was arrested again. Now I'm here again. It's like it's like as if you don't even care whether I'm arrested again or anymore. So it's like I don't even care, you know. It's like I keep coming out from all kind of shit. I went into hell and came out of hell. So now here I am. Yeah, I survived.
So what was the arrest?
The arrest was about because they charged me on this thing called conveying a message that threatened. I don't even know the technical jargon. It's like you probably know more, right? You read it. Threatening message.
Not a lot of detail.
Yeah, I'm not good with this jargon thing, so it's like, I don't even know what like.
You've got the details on screen. If anybody can actually figure out what this guy's on about, or what he's on, maybe I'd like to try some, you know what I mean? Fucking some of that funny tango he's fucking drinking.
Your activities have led you outside of Speaker's Corner as well. And you were with Amy a couple of weeks ago, doing a prayer outside wherever.
Is that his new prophet? Instead of Christ, he's got the crisp.
Amy ends up getting punched and knocked out.
Yeah.
Tell me about that.
So obviously I hired a guy with a dog to come and punch her, right?
See it?
She will believe that.
I know she will believe that. So what more can I say? When she believed that, what else can I say? Because like I can do that.
Well, like you could say, this woman's clearly fucking a Looney Tune. She tried to kill herself more times than anybody can dare count, and it's disgusting that people are out there facilitating this woman's craziness. Even if you do look like fucking Double Dragon. Anyway. So let's move on to the alt-right snowflakes. Alright, this was Big Martin's video.
Hey folks.
I will now share with yous. And as you have seen, it's triggered some cult of Alex Jones members out there. It's triggered some cult of Alex Jones members out there. To the extent where they have reported it for hate speech and mass flagged it and all the usual shite. It's happened to a few of my videos when I've been touching on Tommy Robinson as well. And now it's happened to Big Martin. I'll need to speak to him and then tell you what's happened. Don't worry, blurt it out. But anyway, that is how much the alt-right are snowflakes. You know, they are what they call everybody else. Right, so let's see the tick rebranding, the tick scrambling, scattering even. Yes, this ginger Irish Trump alt-right lover took time out of polishing Trump's cock to "Can we stay on Venus?" Strange that, mate, eh? Let's see if we can see how your content's kind of changing recently. Right, so how's this a thing? The escalation of the left will fail. Well, there you're on target there, you know, like the left bad, the right good. Can we terraform planet Venus? Good. Censor. Google briefing document. How is this a thing? Jordan Peterson. Surprise. And Brett Kavanaugh. And now he wants to tell you about terraforming Venus, you know, computing forever. It's his forte.
Tattoos are not cool anymore. They haven't
what the fuck?
Been cool for years.
Who made you the judge of what was cool?
Shut up. Tattoos are for people who don't have personalities. And I don't even have anything against those freaks who smother their entire bodies and heads and faces with tattoos. At least they commit to it. I'm talking about the people who have one or two discreet tattoos, which they then whip out at every available opportunity as a conversation piece. Because their existences are so excruciatingly insipid, they have nothing else to talk about.
You're basic.
He's slagging off people for having tattoos and whipping them out because they've got fuck all else to talk about. And then this guy's wasting God knows how many minutes of his life talking about people wasting their times on talking about tattoos. Now he's wasting his time talking about people who waste their time talking about tattoos. You couldn't make it up. But of course, this is just, he just woke up that morning and went, aha! I know what I've been wanting to talk about for ages. Tattoos! Giants. Why did they become extinct? Thomas Sheridan scenario. That's the Iron Giant. Increasingly looking dead behind the eyes. His meticulous acting skills are slipping.
Hi everybody.
Hope you're doing well, Stefan Molyneux. Nice to chat with you guys. It's a real pleasure. Any advice on how not to quote Molyneux constantly? No. See, I am constantly quoting Molyneux, and therefore I have no particular advice.
Definitely would have been called Bugs Bunny
You know,
in
people
school.
expect that if you're black, you have to be Democrat. There was something about when I put this hat on, it made me feel like Superman. You know, I'm standing in that spot. I love this guy right here.
So when he's researching, doing his internet researching on can we terraform Venus, then he's got a wee bit of time for Kanye love.
Let me give this guy a hug right here. I love this guy right here. Yeah, him in.
Uh-oh, the mainstream media has detected a glitch in the matrix. People are waking up. Kanye, because you're a black man, the Democrats had a place for you on their plantation. They're not happy that you've decided to escape and think for...
Funny that, because it seems to be all the rich white elitists that own the plantations, but anyway.
For yourself. So for that, they make an example out of you. This is the kind of disgraceful treatment he's now receiving from the likes of CNN.
And so Kanye West is...
And then this Irish ex-atheist now goes into Trump propaganda.
A massive purge of Facebook pages, mostly left-wing anti-establishment outlets, some with millions of followers, were all unpublished by Facebook. Basically, this means they were banned. We've got the midterm elections coming up. So naturally, Twitter, Facebook, and all these other social media platforms are trying to prevent election meddling. From this, we have seen some people on Twitter get suspended for...
But it was the deep state Illuminati. It's not about election meddling.
Posting misleading information about the elections, most notably James Woods, who eventually did get his account back.
What about the deep state Illuminati?
Now we're seeing that a bunch of political, mostly left-wing Facebook pages are getting banned. And it's kind of interesting to me.
Tim Pool was in the Alternative Influence Network, by the way.
Because there are a lot of people who are far lefty activist types.
And he's baldy and can't admit it.
Who laughed when Alex Jones got banned. And when I posted in defense of the right to post, not in defense of the content Jones created, they said, you were defending Alex Jones. No, I was defending the principle. And what?
You were defending the right to keep your hat on? I don't know. They aren't public squares, they're private entities, and they have the right to kick off any arsehole that's doing party political broadcasts on their social network. And that goes on the left and the right. So because they're now kicking off left-wing fucking idiots, somehow you're now bouncing up and going, ha-ha! I was right all along! No, you're not. You said that they were predominantly going after right-wing media. Now they're kicking out the left. You're still spinning that as to make it, trying to make it out that you're right. Anyway, that was a Tim, a Pool, a Ribaldi, full. Right. I touched a lot on this at the beginning of the show, so hopefully. I think. Right, so. Now, disattach yourself from how retarded this rabbi is and whatever retarded shit he's about to say, and how he may make you think that fucking. I haven't watched this clip, I'll be honest. I'm going to presume that it will make him out to be some sort of a Jewish supremacist fucking lunatic, which he probably is. But that's got nothing to do with Zionism at all. You know what I mean? Nothing to do with Zionism at all. Pointing at fucking Jewish supremacist nut bars consistently isn't anything to do with Zionism. Just like Jihadi Watch, them continuously pointing at brown Muslims, and stinky ones at that. It's nothing to do with them saving you for stinky brown Muslims. It's there to continuously put a bad fucking image of all Muslims into your head. Same shit here. And this is what I was talking about at the beginning of the show, where it was my realisation of how the anti-Muslim shit is working.
made me realise how the anti-Zionist stuff works on exact same principles, just different characters, different teams, and it's designed for a reason. Like this anti-Muslim shit that's getting stirred up, it isn't just getting done because there's a genuine threat or people think there's a genuine threat. It's getting done for geopolitical reasons, and I believe it'd be the same reason for stirring up anti-Zionist, which leads to fucking going after Jewish supremacists all the time, which exist. You also get white, you look fucking, because the KKK exists doesn't mean fucking you need to go and fear every white cunt. And that analogy mirrors itself in every demographic you may want to apply it to. Anyway, so Zionist Watch, what's Jewish supremacy got to do with Zionism? Right, and I'm not saying this channel's a shell channel, or he's a bad man, or he's a devil, or she, or they, or it. As far as I'm aware, they think they're doing the honourable thing by fighting this fucking cancer in the world, Zionism, which is just taking over everything. And I believe it's a path they want a lot of people to go down to get them fucking back. Because if you go and expose yourself consistently to the crimes that Israel is doing, and only the crimes that Israel are doing, there's a possibility you might become a bit of a fucking manic, raving lunatic about Israel and the Jews. Anyway, I digressed. And again, Zionist Watch, are Ethiopian Jews Jewish? Interesting discussion, interesting topics for debate, interesting subjects to touch on and approach on. What's it got to do with Zionism? Sweet Fanny Adams. But what it is doing, if you read between the lines, what it is doing is it's giving, again, it's propagating and pointing you continuously in the direction of Jewish supremacy. Good African goy sing Jewish songs. Again, what is this got to do with Zionism? But anyway, I don't know if I'm making that. I'm probably fucking more people will hate me for saying that and like it, but I don't know if I found a way of explaining it properly yet. Anyway, that's what I wanted to touch on with that. Please not in hot pants, Hopkins. HRT stat.
On Sunday, the 7th of October, there was a terror attack on the Barkan Industrial Park in the Judea and Samaria region of Israel. A Palestinian.
Judea and Samaria region of Israel. If somebody was to inject HRT into this menopausal, ugly looking bitch, some would say that would be the West Bank, and some would say under international law illegal settlement areas. But hey, she hasn't had her HRT this morning. Let's give her a break. Oh, remember I was pointing at the rise of the right in Germany and the cult of Tommy Robinson? Here's another cult member of the cult of Tommy Robinson, please not in hot pants Hopkins. HRT now. Now pointing you in the direction of Islamicist threats in Germany for some strange reason. She's obviously so patriotic and she can't stop flying around the world. And then that's her.
I'm here in Donauwörth in Bavaria. It's a beautiful German town. It couldn't be more German. The people are...
Well, it's in Germany.
Distinctly German, and I have to say the woman at the breakfast cafe this morning wasn't that welcoming. Maybe something about the war. Anyway, here, first up in the high street, are the Greens. Good morning to the Greens. Good morning, congratulations. These guys are on about 18%, which is huge for the Greens. It seems like...
Why the fuck she get clown music? But anyway, that's her over propagandising the world over what's happening in Germany. Independently, of course. Depressed in Sweden. And again, this is me trying to...
Now by Douglas.
Again, this is me trying to show the coordinated message-driven propaganda that these people are coordinating behind the scenes for, but trying to present as all these individuals independently all coming to the same choice, the same conclusion. I independently always wanted to talk about Sweden all day long. And you know what? I'm assuming that's in fucking Sweden. I could be wrong. Maybe that's just down the road for me. But I think Erkenbrand is in Sweden. And here's... Oh, fuck! My bad. It's in the Netherlands. Fuck. Well, I need to go and rename this. What you'll find is that will be your alt-right nationalistic populist entities over in the Netherlands that are getting propagandised by the internet. Okay, but here, Millennial Woes, advertise mine. I'll give you some free Prozac. It'll cheer you up. Oh, get time to apply. I'm lazy. Gormlessness. Intelligent stupidity. Oh fuck, man! I'm hitting all the reds here. Enjoy. Oh, hold on, enjoyable. Well, at least I've got one green. I would say that. Politeness. Aye. Well, one green out of 5 isn't bad. But maybe I shouldn't apply. Brown shirts. McInnes.
By calling for an FBI and New York hate crime investigation into Proud Boys violence. So this stems from an incident on Friday night when members of the Proud Boys right-wing hate group were caught on camera beating people, and some of them were yelling homophobic slurs. And
they weren't fucking yelling homophobic slurs. They were fucking beating somebody up and going, "You fucking fag!" Right? That isn't a homophobic fucking slur. It's got nothing to do with anybody's sexuality. It's when men are fucking head-butting with other men. You're trying to be manly, so you try and insult the other guy by claiming him he's a fucking big girl's blouse, by calling him a poof or a fag. Fucking universities freaks in. Anyway, fucking I'm not standing up for the fucking the gay boys. What are they called? Or the Proud Boys. But brown shirts, literal brown shirts, and they have their own wee fucking uniform and everything. So there's Gavin McInnes' brown shirts beating up protesters and shit. But remember, you do need 2 sides to
Hello
rumble.
everyone, so today I'm at the UKIP conference.
Oh, well, here's another token black. I can't be a Nazi because I'm black and white mixed in. I don't know. I'm wearing a pink
in Birmingham.
jacket.
Now it's been quite interesting
Must
already.
be good.
There's been a few controversial proposals put forward, which I know about because they come up all over Google when you type in UKIP conference. So we're here, we're going to try and get hold of Dankula and interview a few MEPs and basically find out what they're putting forward in their interim manifesto and find out why people have come to support the party.
God, I hope it's still up. Is it still up? But she takes stuff to it all the time. She has, biatch. She put up a video of her arguing with the manager of Carphone Warehouse or something, man. It was so funny. You know, maybe she just needs a good bit of Bobby. So here's Token Brown. I can't be a Nazi, I'm brown. Joe Nea for muckbuck name.
So we're here at the UKIP conference with Count Dankula. Now, Count Dankula is a recent member.
Mate, come on, fuck, get rid of that wee turf of fucking hair that you fucking keep combing fucking forward to fucking hide your big fucking forehead. Admit that you fucking borrow your dog's balls for fucking eye sockets. My god, you just had this, and you've got alt-right cum dumpsters on each side
Well,
of
along
you.
with Milo Sargon and oh yeah, I forgot about Paul. Sorry, Paul. So first of all, tell us, why did you actually join UKIP? Because
I am an individual. Me, Watson, Sargon, rocking Mr. Cocknose E, and every other fucking dumbass motherfucker that's went and joined UKIP. We all, as an individual Borg, all wanted to join the Party for Freedom. Party for Freedom. 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 Alright, that's pretty much it. So there's the UKIP robots. And what's the UKIP robot doing now?
Yeah, this was supposed to be taking place at Stirling Uni. Obviously the...
Oh, so patriotic there. He's got a "Don't Tread on Me" flag.
And because the rap lyrics contained the N-word, she was charged and convicted.
There we go. All back in the hood.
David McCarg.
Is that still being worked on, or can you not tell us?
Well, it's sort of, I think that's the thing that we're doing through the Scottish Criminal Case Review Commission. It's them, they're all like barristers and stuff like that, the review.
I don't want to talk about the Nazi pug stuff, but 15 minutes in I'm still talking about how 200 grand and I'm fighting for freedom of speech.
Cases, because the whole thing at first was the SIFT process, because the SIFT process...
How many years would you fight for freedom of speech for 200 grand?
This is designed so that people that have absolutely no hope in hell can't waste the time. This is like guys that would like that though, that I'm allowed to say they look like letterboxes. There are some people... There were some people that also, this was in the old manifesto, but there are some people that still really do want this, is to reduce migration to zero in the next 5 years. I don't want migration reduced to zero. I don't want mass immigration. I don't want mass immigration, but like I do want it to be reduced and more controlled.
What we need, big fucking queues. Good guy, good guy, good guy, wank. Good guy, good guy, good guy, wank. Good guy, good guy, good guy, wank. All good.
But
Doug's balls for eyes has spoken, bitches.
There are people in the party who like hardcore want that. There are some that just want it shut down as well. Yeah, so basically stuff like that is stuff that kind of needs a wee bit. Not, you know, just a wee gentle nudge in the right direction.
That's the hardest part of your struggle. You're encouraging people to move towards a party that has such a bad reputation, and it seems to me that it's like the association.
These alt-right fascist morons are trying to penetrate the intelligentsia, the future intelligentsia of this country. Now, you know, you ever heard the expression more fucking brains than sense? I don't know if it's a British, Glaswegian or whatever, right? See all these fucking Spock motherfuckers that can, like, rhyme and repeat fucking 10 million fucking books backwards while fucking swimming the Atlantic and shit, right? More fucking brains than sense. That's who they're in, all these fucking Rain Men motherfuckers, right? That's what they're in the universities, using libertarianism and all that to fucking witness this with my own fucking eyes. They're using libertarianism and classic liberalism and all this branding of fucking retardation to suck them all into right-wing politics. It's right or left, and they're sucking them into, they're making right-wing conservatism cool again. Anyway, that's enough of that. Ballbag, the UK robots, the UKIP robots. Right, here, let's see the Bostock. Now, I don't know if he's the Bob Dylan original, right? So it's quite a good idea, right? But let's see if we can just read the cards and see if we can see UKIP. Feminism sounds like it. Sounds like fucking every conspiracy channel out there. Fucking, oh, the militant feminists are coming to chop off my willy. Migrants. Ooh. UKIP manifesto. Government, they're bad. We all know government's bad. Yeah. White blokes, we all need to separate the white from the blacks. Paid off. There's some paid off people, but they're bad. Hit people again, and the safe space. Ding! How many buzzwords from the conspiracy cult can you spot? Shipped in migrants. Don't forget the victims. Beat up Antifa. Bag took beat cut. Face bag. Snowflakes. Ding! Party cake. Ah, it could have been gay cake. Come on, he fucked it up. Theresa May, she's bad, right? Theresa May bad. Boris Johnson good. Because he's going to give us the Brexit we deserve. No-go zones. You know the no-go zones that don't exist, but keep getting propagated with fucking idiots thinking they're the next fucking UKIP's version of Bob Dylan. Shit posts. And that's fucking Count Spunkula in it. Owen Jones. That's that guy's nemesis. You know, like he wants to debate Owen Jones, and Owen Jones is ignoring me and doesn't debate me. And like, okay, mate, let's have a debate. No. I don't know. And he knows I would only be shits and giggles with him. Sheep folk. You're a sheep. Sex sells. That's why you dress up in a dress. Infidels. Jihad. Ding! Veil. Chicken mail. Notting Hill. Scooters. Tweeters. Angela Merkel. Ding! There's another one shouting about Germany. Speeches. Confirm. No thanks. Protest. Alright, he's got a bit bored now. Anyway. More baloney.
We are now in the conference suite at a said location in the north of England, and this is a monumental event in sort of history, really. And we've managed to corral a room full of whistleblowers. At present, the majority of them are police officers, but it does extend to the security services and to civilians. And the numbers are building by the minute. The stories are all horrific, but also the bullying is also similar. So it just goes to show, which I've mentioned many times, that there is what we class as an algorithm of bullying. And it's a set pattern which seems unified across the whole country and whole establishment. This is what they do when we speak out and we talk out the term, as it were.
So everybody that's calling these guys frauds, they're just bullying them. It's not because the people that are calling them frauds and stuff have there's no weight to their argument at all. They're just bullying them. It's the deep state, Illuminati, paedophiles. Just don't ever listen to any criticism of these people.
Every single person here has got a story, and they are victims of just catastrophic bullying.
Fuck's sake, man, is this did they go to the DVLA? DVLA? DFLA? DVLA? I'm gonna call them the DVLA. Did they go to the DVLA march too? Sounds very familiar. You know, scoop up a big bunch of fucking victims, bounce out your violins and have a victim off. Oh, but I was raped 49 million times. Oh, really? But I was raped with space aliens too.
And it's affected their lives beyond repair. And what we like to do is a bit later on, we're going to try and interview a few more of the whistleblowers and see where we go. But you know, if we can just sort of, we won't pan around because a lot of people don't want their identities at the moment. But we got Gareth, and Gareth is the forerunner. Robert, come over.
Battle TV.
Battle TV.
It's battletv.co.com or UK. It's www.battletv.
Yeah, they're all about the victims. Now go to our merchandise, buy the fucking t-shirt. A small amount of the profit does go to administration costs and stuff, and fuck all of it goes to actual genuine victims.
Chestapple.co. Okay.
I've got a little chest.
And Battle TV is the media company that is going to be following a lot of the whistleblowing work. There is also a merchandise site, which is I Stand with John Wedger. Is it com?
Yeah, it is, yeah.
JohnWedger.com. And there you can pick up various bits of clothing and cutlery and everything else, which has got the John Wedger logo on.
And the mugs as well.
And the mugs, yeah. So worthy items. And with us we've got part of the Battle TV management, Darren.
Thank you.
Darren.
Yeah, it's been a long day. I've been on the road since 6. Well, I got up at 6:30 this morning. I've been on the road since about 7:45. And I've just got here. It's taken me about 9 hours to get here. After numerous delays and cancellations of flights from Exeter Airport, and it took me an hour to do a 2-minute journey from Manchester Airport to this hotel.
And we've got to explain Darren's pivotal role. Darren was one of the people at the inception, really, of whistleblowers, because Darren has supported the courageous and unlimited work that Bill Maloney has done over the past decade and a half, and Darren has been with Bill really right from the start. So a big round of applause for Bill,
Bill definitely,
and the rest of us that work together are being attacked.
I really need to improve my ignorance on this mob, to be honest. I can't really comment much because I don't really know much, so I don't really have a strong opinion one way or the other. It's stuff that's new information, man. It's just stuff that I'm going to keeping an eye on, just to come out with a better opinion and stuff and get up to speed. A lot of people will be familiar with, is it Robert Greene? John Wedger and stuff. I know of these characters, but I've not got in-depth knowledge of how they would fit in and stuff. It seems to me the John Wedger dude is... Oh God, let me get this straight in my nut. Well, they're partially linked to the UK column mob, with the Robert Greene connection, and then you've got the connection to Bill Maloney. One big clusterfuck of fucking scumbags. Anyway, I digress. That's more baloney. And clips. Wow, man, best clip of the night. No, but I wanted to show you this. This was a message I received a day ago. Ha ha ha! Thanks for still exposing the world truth of con artist. I was the first one to expose him on Facebook by tagging him, Max Egan, and Patrick Sodoff, and a load of Facebook friends. I'd set up questions basically asking for receipts and transparency. They offered me in on their solution if only I shut up. I refused, obviously, and then on. I have no way to confirm or know whether that person is genuine or not. It fits into the story that happened at the time. There was people on the face bags that was wanted questions answered, and when the questions couldn't get answered, it all started falling the scam started falling to shreds. Max Egan is in the scam. Ken O'Keefe is in the scam. Richie Allen and David Icke ran cover for the scam. Damage control for the scam. Anyway, wanted to share that wee message with you. Here's Kev a faker. Kev the baker of the faker. And
quick updates here.
Quick updates. This guy's so real that he was such a duplication that he's had to go and delete 7 years of all his stuff. Just went in and just fucking monster deleted everything, all his back shit. That's how real he is. And remember, he had to do this because so many people were taking his stuff and mirroring it. Not the fact that he is a duplicate. He's just a duplicate of every other fucking idiot out there with a podcast. This one's just got a Scottish accent. Anyway, wanted to touch on the faker. And get more right-wing snowflakes.
All of the people with Jewish surnames and other people, and the Jewish Chronicle and the Jewish News all being refused entry.
Because they're aggressive people. And
the Jewish Chronicle is aggressive people?
Well,
actually, no, the Jewish Chronicle. Yeah, it's aggressive.
Damon, this guy here just tried to set you on fire. This is the face of a guy who tried to set you on fire. This guy here, he just tried to set this guy on fire.
Where is that cunt? He's just trying to set fire to the flag, mate. Will you?
So, I'm not condoning people setting fucking fire to any human being, man. I'm just talking about they're all out there getting triggered and calling each other a bunch of set of fucking snowflakes. They're all a bunch of fucking pussies. Brian Harvey gaslighting. Again, this will bring a few familiar faces in. Now, I touched on this before, but it was recently, this clip was brought up again and I wanted to kind of address it.
I'd like to say, yeah, there's a lot of celebrities out there, right, and you're going to get fucked in the future because your little ride ain't going to go on forever. You need to get on the right side of the fence and you need to do it now. And you need to come over here and you need to support this. There's MPs fiddling with kids. This man's proof of that. He's going to take a lie detector test and that's why I'm here.
Proof, right?
As soon as that lie
Proof the UK column's full of shit.
detector test goes through, mate, I'm coming with you and we're going to sit down now and someone is going to take notice. They're going to take notice.
So, it's not just I'm coming to get you now, we're coming to get you.
We're coming to get you, son.
Alright, Ben, and I want to
Alright, Ben.
congratulate you. I think it's great what you've done. I think you're very fucking right.
Right, look, so they're holding hands.
And let's go and
Holding hands and then going to one of those things. Now, have you ever been in one of those situations where you haven't previously arranged the and sometimes it can end up in all sorts of awkwardness because one person doesn't meet the other, so on and so forth. But apparently this is all evidence of a Masonic handshake.
Charge! I'd like to say, yeah, there's a lot of celebrities out there, right, and you're going to get fucked in the future because your little ride ain't going to go on forever. You need to get on the right side of the fence and you need to do it now.
So, it's not just I'm
Boom, proof, fucking evidence. So in the motion of lifting your hand up from going from a handshake to whatever you fucking call that other thing, I mean, for me this isn't evidence of fuck all. But to others, it's absolutely the most convincing thing in the world.
let's go and get them.
Well, first and foremostly, there's 1,001 different Masonic hand grips, depending on what you're trying to communicate, fucking rank and all that kind of shit. And that, again, isn't evidence of nothing. But anyway, I just wanted to touch on that because it's been brought up before. Go and film yourself fucking doing handshakes with people and then play it back at low speed. See how many Masonic handshakes you can see yourself giving people which aren't really there. Alex Jones is alive.
Anti-Semitic flyers connected to the recent confirmation of Supreme Court Justice Brett Kavanaugh posted at several UC campuses. KPIX5's Ann Makovic joining us live this morning from UC Berkeley. Ann.
Yeah, pretty disturbing. These posters have senators, Jewish senators, pictured with stars of David on their forehead. Basically, these posters blaming them for the sexual assault allegations against now Supreme Court Justice Brett Kavanaugh. They appeared here at UC Berkeley, at UC Davis, and Vassar College. That's a college in New York State. Earlier this week, swastikas were drawn on a bulletin board at Sacramento City College. Police now investigating if this is all related, and student organizations obviously appalled.
It screams of the same type of graphics and the same type of design that the Nazis used back in the 30s. They're telling the Jewish students on this campus that they're not welcome here.
Now, these posters appear to be tied to a neo-Nazi website, and flyers from the same group were posted last month outside of Bay Area synagogues like Temple Beth Shalom in San Leandro. That one featuring ultra-right-wing radio host Alex Jones with a Jewish star over his mouth as if he's being silenced. That's an apparent reference to the fact that social media sites have shut down accounts by him and others.
The Jews are censoring Alex Jones. Ah, yes. Gotta fucking love it, man. Gotta love it. Anyway, that was a wee update with Alex Jones. He is apparently still alive, even though it's on And
from
flyers.
Sargon of Akkad, as we can see here, they can go to Coach Red Pill. Right? And from Coach Red Pill, they could go. And from Sargon of Akkad, as we can see here, they can go to Coach Red Pill. Right? And from Coach Red Pill, they could go to Jeff Holiday. And from Jeff Holiday, they go to Andy Worski and straight into the Nazis. Straight into the Nazis, Jared Holt. How can you do this? Look, there's just one line from Andy Worski to Richard Spencer. To V. Can you imagine this shit? Oh my God, Jared.
In 2000, I don't feel so bad about calling him a Jippo now. You know, he's not a gypsy. He's just a Romanian moron. And I'm trying to poke him with a stick and call him a Jippo. Because he's in the Truth Industrial Complex.
2014, we witnessed a consumer revolt in the video game industry against the video gaming press. People were sick and tired of political correctness, just like the rest of America. And they didn't like the fact that video game journalists would have...
Sound familiar? How this gamer gang... Political correctness! Sounds like every fucking Tommy Robinson. Political correctness is stopping me from fucking shagging a Muslim! Anyway, always good to listen to Romanian Jippos about what's happening in the UK. Always recommendable. Melanie Shaw. Oh, I should have went to this earlier actually, but hey-ho, got there in the end. And again... do not believe this information, but surely to God it's worthwhile considering for a second. Even just running over this information and looking at this from a different perspective and then weighing shit up in your own head and see what you think's more likely. Rather than all this fucking identity politics shit where the fucking conclusion's predefined by what, depending what side you're on. Anyway, let me get this shared out.
There's so much stuff being put up about the treatment of so-called hamstered whistleblowers in court. Sabine McNeil, there's another woman, there is Belinda McKenzie, Angela Power Disney, and I've never seen anything so stupid in my life. Angela Power Disney. I want to make a comment now about this Hampstead case, about the 2 children. I don't agree with the mother putting out footage of the children's police interviews because they talk so graphically, and the children talking about all this so-called abuse that's happened in real graphic detail. And that is what paedophiles like to get off on, to hear a child talking about, well, I don't need to say it anyway, those sort of things. Now, if they were being abused, if all these hundreds of people at this school was involved and children were being murdered, they was having to drink the blood, and it was all these...
Right, if you are interested in scratching a wee bit beneath the surface of what's really going on, or another way of looking at what's going on with Melanie Shaw, check out this video by Danny Jones, and again, you don't need to believe it verbatim. I don't know, do whatever you want to do. For me, I always find it advisable to touch base with different scenarios before nailing my flag to a mast. You know, like explore other possibilities. So thanks for that video, Danny. Did that get shared in the chat room? Aye, it did. So you can go and check that out if you want to find out a wee bit of a different version of the Melanie Shaw stuff. Right, now I need to... Jesus Jones, it's getting late in the day. Right, poor girl. Oh, shit.
The government...
Just walking down the road.
This is... This is the...
Oh, I've seen that shit. Right.
They lied.
They said that they had nowhere to house the illegal immigrants. The government said that they had nowhere to put them, so that they granted Toronto with $11 million, kicking out Canadian veterans from shelters.
Oh my god, they're kicking out the veterans and putting in the brown people. I'm gonna argue that it wouldn't be too hard to find out that that isn't actually what's going on. But hey ho, let's stick to sound bites.
The Canadian homeless from shelters.
Canadian students from their dorms.
From their dorms because they had nowhere to put them. That's bullshit. They lied.
The other building empty in case they came, and they never came.
Immigrants, veterans. I mean, change a few of the details. It's the same shit. Tricks and stories that Tommy Robinson's peddling in the UK and morons are peddling in America. And in Australia and all over Europe. It's the exact same fucking parlour tricks. Now, some of you will remember, but I can't remember the guy's name. I think he's changed the name of his channel. I thought it was Gorilla 666 or some shit, but I probably got it all wrong. But he faked his death. This Looney Tune pretended he was dead. And then just popped up years later and went, no, is he really dead?
Bloke.
And now he's walking down the street with his sugs.
He's my biggest fan. Can't believe it. I know. He's been following me for ages. Now he's trying to encourage strangers to follow me as well.
Everyone should.
But what he doesn't understand is that I've had loyal stalkers who have stalked me for 30 years.
I just don't get this at all. But anyway, I just wanted to throw that in there for my own curiosity. And that is everything I've got to show tonight. So thank you for joining, everybody. Hopefully it didn't go on too long and I didn't bore you too much. Remember, if you did appreciate the InfoWars Nightly News. Make sure you thumbs it up, share it with your friends and your family and your foes. Please help the channel and the shows grow. I rely on you guys and girls at home, and what I do here is digital busking. Everything's available and accessible free of charge. I hope to do such a good job that people will consider using your spare change, not your life savings, or the Patreon and PayPal buttons down below. And a mega thanks to everybody that does. So hopefully you enjoyed tonight's Not the InfoWars Nightly News, the original alternative look at the alternative media, skeptical about the skeptics and watching the motherfucking watching, because somebody's got to do it. Hopefully you have enjoyed tonight's show. Say hi to everybody in the chat room, and then I will get out of here. Lazy Jesus, oh my god, what the fuck? J Mace, Stewie, Danny Jones, Lady Sparkle, Flo, and Jamesy Boy in the evening, guys and girls. Thanks for joining, everybody. Danny Jones, Stewie, Lady Sparkle, Pat, J Mace, Flo, Jamesy Boy. Thanks for joining, everybody. Oh my god, what the fuck? New World Order, how you doing? Flo, Lady, Pat, oh my god, NWO, Flo, Apple Charlotte, how you doing, Apple Charlotte? Thanks for joining us all always. Pat, Cheris in the evening, Mr. Brown in the town, Frank, how you doing, Frank? Hope you're keeping well, mate. Mr. Brown in the town as well, Lady, Jamesy Boy, Danny Jones, Apple Charlotte, Cheris, what's it saying there about? Oh my god, Alf was in, is that AIF, Alf? I don't know. Chaotic Chick, Charlotte, Flo, Stewie, and Vasim. How you doing, mate? So thanks for joining, everybody. Hopefully you've enjoyed that. Spam and haggis. I don't know what you're talking about, Charles, but you're making me hungry, and I'm going to go and eat something. You know what? I fancy a wee bit of spam and haggis. So thanks for joining, everybody. Hopefully you did enjoy that and get something from it. Thumbs it up, share it. I'll be back next Tuesday. Make sure you sub and bell up for any future Friday night hangouts that I may be doing as well. Last Friday's was really good and enjoyable. A lot of people enjoyed it. So ultimately I'm hoping to do the first Friday of every month. Touchwood. Alright, everybody, have a good evening, everybody. Hopefully catch you next week. Catch you.
Tonight at 11.
Doom! It's a plan! And I'm angry! I'm not a slave! I've broken the conditioning! It doesn't work on me! I'm primitive, I'm real, I know the enemy, and if we can have this spirit of normal humanity spread, it's over for the globalist! Break the conditioning now! Excuse me.
This is not the InfoWars Nightly News, where the answer to 1984 is not $19.95 plus shipping and handling, but the answer is to try and understand the double-barrel bullcrap, the double-speak, and the Orwellian wonderland we now find ourselves in. So sit back and relax as I take you through a real alternative look at the news and so-called alternative media alike. Enjoy.
Keeps clear.